Hey everyone, I'm Jen Mayer with this week's Midweek Moment or Small Group Extra, and we are talking about fear of failure. And it's interesting. I want to start by taking us back to childhood. You know, as very little children, we were not good at many things, even when we thought we were. Um, and so we had to um, do things over and over again to be even remotely credible at them and to get good at them. And so childhood is filled with the phrases of try again, um, good try, um, practice makes perfect. So in that sense, failure as a kid was part of learning. What's surprising is that somewhere along our development, and sort of our cultural ethos, we've come to a place where they literally sell plaques that say failure is not an option. That there's something so reprehensible about failure that you can't even consider it. And you wonder, in the first place, how did we get from failure is part of learning to failure is reprehensible? And then what's a healthy middle ground? So my sense is we got from the learning, failure is part of learning, to failure is reprehensible because of our egos. As we got older, we started to take pride in our accomplishments. And then because our self worth was built on pride instead of identity in, say, Christ, um, rather it was built on the things we did, failure just knocks at that sense of identity in a really unhealthy way. So, what's a better alternative? And delightfully, this week's scripture, the gospel, really talks about it. So Jesus is having a moment where he is saying, my successes really aren't mine. Father and I are one. He is the vine, I am the branches, in the same way that I am the vine and you are the branches. That there's such an intimate connection that I can't claim as success things that he has given me to do because he's in me and I'm in him. Um, if we could adopt some of that in our own lives, some sense that, those things that I do well are because God gave me a set of gifts, a set of likes, a set of temperament and drive. And so when those all come together, the things that happen are well beyond my capabilities. And it's really God acting through me. And so if I can realize that that giftedness all comes through God acting through me, and I can credit God with my successes, it puts me in a much healthier place in general, but it also lets me deal with failure better. So, but it raises this interesting question. Well, if success is attributable to God, does that mean failure is as well? And I thought about that for a long time, and I think there's two answers, yes and no. So the no answer is no, there are times when God has given me everything I need to succeed. And despite that, I have gotten in my own way with my sinfulness, my pride, my ego, my wanting to win an argument, whatever it is. And so where there could have been success, I got in the way. And that's failure that I need to think about and learn from and grow from so I don't get in that cycle forever. But there's another kind of failure um, that God seems to tolerate in ways that surprise us. So think of Mary, and how she must have been perceived as an unwed mother. That couldn't have felt like success at the time. Um, think about Peter denying Jesus 3 times. Think about Paul being so unsuccessful with the Greek Hellenists that they had to send him out of the country to keep him safe. Think of Jesus dying on the cross. None of those feel like success. So, was God part of those failures? And I think the sense is that if you have a bigger picture and a bigger understanding of God and how God works, they might have been failures in the moment, but they weren't failures in the long term. Something good was born of each of those things. And so we're back to where Deacon Jim left us off last week. If God can teach us through rejection and open new doors, or point us in a new direction, or help us to refine, the same is true of failure. So the question I want to leave you with is, how has your own ego affected your sense of success or failure?